You know, for decades, the name Ninja has meant one thing: approachable, thrilling, sport bike fun. It's an absolute legend. So you can bet that when Kawasaki announced a brand new model, the 2026 Ninja 500, everyone, and I mean everyone, started paying close attention. Kawasaki's made some pretty bold claims, so let's get right into it. Break down the big performance review and see if this new bike really matches the hype. So that's the big question, right? It's bigger, it's definitely bolder, but is it actually better? It is so easy to get caught up in all the marketing talk, so we're going to cut right through that and look at what really matters: how it performs on the road. Does this thing truly carry the torch for the legendary Ninja name? And that's exactly what this is all about. We are diving deep into the definitive performance review to give you everything you need to know about Kawasaki's latest and greatest. No fluff, just the facts. So let's do this. Okay, let's start where it counts the most, with the heart of the machine, the engine. This is where Kawasaki really went to work, and honestly, it completely redefines the entire character of this motorcycle. First thing you need to know, the new displacement is 451 cubic centimeters. Now, that is a serious jump up from the old Ninja 400. But listen, this isn't just about a bigger number on a spec sheet. What that really means for you, the rider, is more low-end torque. You get this stronger, way more satisfying pull the second you even think about twisting that throttle. And all that extra displacement, it delivers a peak of 51 horsepower. And you know what? That is the absolute sweet spot. It's more than enough power to be a total blast in a winding road, but it's delivered in such a smooth, manageable way that it's never going to feel intimidating, especially for a newer rider. It's just pure, usable, accessible fun. And this right here, this really shows you the key difference. See, when you put it next to the Ninja 400, which was already a fantastic bike, the new 500 isn't just about having a little more power at the very top end. No, the real story, the game changer, is that huge boost in torque and that low RPM response. This means you're not constantly shifting gears in town, and it feels way punchier accelerating out of a corner. It's just a smarter, more flexible engine all around. But of course, a great engine is only half the battle, right? A Ninja has to handle, it has to feel light and agile. So let's see how this brand new chassis builds on the bike's reputation for being an absolute corner-carving machine. Now, Kawasaki didn't just get lazy and drop a new engine into the old frame. Oh no, they built a whole new package around it. You've got a new trellis frame for better stiffness and feel, an upgraded suspension system for that perfect balance of comfort and sportiness, and lighter wheels. And those lighter wheels are a big deal. They reduce what's called unsprung weight, which basically just means the bike feels way quicker to turn in and the suspension can do its job better. It all just works together perfectly. And listen to this quote from the review, because it just says it all. Incredibly flickable and stable, begging for the next corner. That's the result of all those upgrades. You get a motorcycle that feels light on its feet, super eager, and it just inspires this amazing confidence that makes you want to go find those fun, twisty roads. All right, so it's got the muscle, and it's got the moves, but what about the brains? Let's talk about the modern tech, because the 2026 Ninja 500 matches all that mechanical goodness with a serious technology upgrade. And the great thing here is how all this tech actually makes the ride better. That beautiful full-color TFT display, a massive upgrade for everyday riding. But the performance tech is just as important. It's got a slipper and assist clutch, which, in simple terms, makes the clutch pull super light and stops the back wheel from hopping around if you downshift aggressively. And of course, having ABS as standard is a huge safety feature. Okay, so we've covered the engine, the awesome handling, and all the new tech. It's time to put it all together and answer the one question that really matters. What's the final verdict? Laying it all out like this makes the picture super clear. The pros are huge. That amazing new engine, the nimble handling, the modern tech, it's all there. Now, on the other side, the review did point out a couple of trade-offs. The seat could be a little more comfortable for really long trips, and the front suspension isn't adjustable. That's a pretty common way to keep the price down in this category, but it's something a more experienced rider might notice. So, who is this bike absolutely perfect for? Well, the review really nails it down to two groups. First, you've got the new rider who wants a bike that's easy to learn on, but that they won't get bored of in 3 months. And second, there's the experienced rider who just wants a fun, lightweight, and super efficient bike for commuting that can still deliver some serious thrills on the weekend. Which really brings us to the final thought here. With its incredible blend of power, handling, and tech, the 2026 Ninja 500, well, it doesn't just feel like an update. It feels like a statement. It really makes you ask the question, has Kawasaki just set the brand new benchmark for this entire class of motorcycles? And honestly, based on everything we've just seen, the answer looks like